hi, it's me, Encyclopedia Brown. Or E.T. when he was in the basket. Oh no, I guess Elliot had the hoodie, right? And E.T. had a thing wrapped. It doesn't matter. E.T. doesn't matter. I hate E.T. And if I was the kid in E.T., I would have just beat E.T. to death with that lawn chair. But it's time to watch Buffy. Now this is the Buffy episode where Willow falls in love with a robot. Or technically like the internet, or a computer virus, or a demon that lives in the computer. The details on this for me are sketchy because it's been a long time, and this was not one that I rewatched. I skipped this on almost every rewatch except for the Buffy, the Big Damn Buffy rewatch on my blog. I didn't skip it. But it's not, I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's not, if you miss it, you don't really miss anything for the overall plot, so I've basically watched it maybe 1 or 2 times when it was on cable. Okay, I think the monks that make Dawn are from Spain, but what if they were these monks that they also made? That's right! Look at that guy! Look at what a good makeup job they did on that monster, and he's only in it for like a little bit. Like, he made it into the opening credits, and he really doesn't get a lot of, like, screen time looking like this. So it's a good thing they used him in the opening credits, so that wasn't a wasted makeup job. You see how mature I am? Growth.
Thanks, Dave. Willow pile.
When I've examined it,
Who the fuck are those people?
Scan it.
Oh, yay! Jenny Calendar!
Ms. Calendar, I'm sure your computer science class is fascinating. I happen to believe
They made his hair a little bit more messy in this scene.
The printed page is obsolete. Information isn't bound up.
That guy definitely got into NFTs. They're just like letting random students who are uninvolved in the spooky stuff take care of digitizing like this occult library. And also, Jenny Calendar, we find out later, is a witch. So how come she isn't looking at these books and going, why do you have this? Does that happen in this episode? It should have happened right away.
I just want to make sure you're careful, that's all. Buffy, he could be different than you think.
I like that the way that they show web cameras, like the web camera resolution in the 90s, as being like the pixelation resolution that I use so that I don't get copyright strikes on YouTube. There, look at her birthday, 10/24. It's almost her birthday. But then it says 5/06/79, and it's the same episode. First it says 5/06/79, and then it says 10/24/1980. Why did it change between shots?
What if you guys get really, really intense, and then you find out that he has a hairy back?
He doesn't talk like somebody who would have a hairy back. And anyways, that stuff doesn't matter when you really care about each other.
Confirm, a hairy back doesn't matter. Right, Mr. Jenny? Yeah? A hairy back doesn't matter if you're in love!
Shave your back.
But you're gonna be missing out. I'm planning to be witty. I'm gonna make fun of all the people who won't talk to me.
That's nice. Have a good time.
There you go. That's the only appropriate response, baby.
Yeah, I mean, we read about it all the time. You know, people meet on the net, they talk, they get together, have dinner, a show, horrible axe murder.
You know what's interesting is we still hear about that all the time. It's just a part of our life now. Potentially being murdered by an internet stranger is just an acceptable part of our lives these days.
I'm jacked in. I'm jacked in.
You're not supposed to do that in the school computer lab.
Oh, what do you want?
I wanted to ask you something if you have a minute.
What is it?
That kid looks like the kid that gets turned into a cat in Hocus Pocus. Is that him?
Things involved in the computer filled me with a childlike terror. Now, if it were a nice ogre or some such, I'd be more in my element.
Speaking of ogres, go read my book. Link is in the description box. I couldn't find any information on Dave and whether or not he got turned into a cat in Hocus Pocus. That guy, he called home and he was like, Mom, did you watch it? Did you watch it?
Whatever Dave is into, it's large.
Does anyone go to school here?
I know what you mean. I feel like you know me better than anyone.
I get that it's because that way we can hear what she's saying and stuff, but why is she saying it out loud while she's typing?
These musty old books have a great deal more to say than in any of your fabulous web pages.
This one doesn't have a whole lot more to say.
Like, here's the thing, like, why, I mean, she's a witch. I know she can't just tell anybody, but it seems like if a guy had that book and you were, like, a witch and you knew a lot of witchy stuff like she does, you could be, like, reasonably assured that you could say to him, hey, what's this demon book? I don't know. You don't have to wear your leather jacket into the shower for this. You don't look cool anyway.
This is how droughts get started.
Buffy, get out!
I'm not 100% sure that getting hit by electricity would work that way. Like, it seems like it goes right through you. Like, even a little bit of electricity seems like it goes right through you. Unless her shoes stopped it. Our shoes were very thick in the 90s.
Tell me the truth. How's my hair?
It's not great,
It's
baby.
your best hair ever.
The souls of demons were sometimes trapped in certain volumes. They remained locked within the book, harmless, unless the pages were read aloud.
If anybody knows where I can get one of them books.
The scanner read the book. It brought Moloch out as information to be absorbed.
This is actually, as much as I don't like rewatch this is a really good plot line. Like, somebody, like whoever came up with this and was like, hey, somebody uses a scanner and releases a demon because the scanner read it. I think that's amazing.
Stay away from Willow. It is none of your business.
He's a demon. Couldn't he have, like, magicked up some better resolution? I mean, come on. Loaded really fast. Maybe that's how he used up all of his demon power.
There's a demon in the internet.
I know.
That's right! This is the episode where you find out that she's a witch. I feel so goofy for not remembering that. I think maybe I remember the plot, the Jenny Calendar stuff, more than I remember, like, the Willow and the robot stuff.
Are you a witch?
I don't have that kind of power. Techno-pagan.
Sorry, she's not a witch. I forgot. She's a techno-pagan. Honestly, this relationship dynamic is so good because as a guy who thinks that he's living this secret double life, it's not like we see him have a lot of romantic success, right? And then this chick doesn't really like him very much. They don't like each other. They have different, like, approaches. This could have been its own series. I'm glad that Buffy is the series, right? I'm just saying that if somebody wanted to make a series, like if somebody was a writer and they wanted to write something about that dynamic, that would be super, and then go ahead and write it and then like either put it on TV or just like send me the manuscript. Because that would be a really cool, I keep saying that'd be a really cool dynamic. Because it was a cool dynamic on this show, but then...
I brought these humans together to build me a body, but you gave me life. Took me out of the book that held me. I want to repay you.
By lying to me?
Willow, no, this guy could give you money. He could give you just anything that you want. Align yourself with the demon, Willow. YOLO. This is like such a suspenseful race against my camera battery. It's like, am I gonna have to like interrupt my watching of the episode to change my camera battery?
Demon come.
He said demon come, and I let it go. I didn't talk about demon come at all. I guess Xander gets knocked out quite often too.
Well, I'll see you anon.
Did that bitch just say anon? Are you wearing a waistcoat? What in the Downton Abbey is wrong with you, man?
Books smell musty and rich. The knowledge gained from a computer it has no texture, no context. It's there and then it's gone. if it's to last, then the getting of knowledge should be tangible. It should be smelly.
Yeah, cool, Giles, except for I'm in the middle of trying to like move stuff, and I have to put books into boxes and carry them, and that makes me really appreciate my Kindle. Well, that was that episode of Buffy. Once I started watching it, I think I've seen it more than I thought that I did. I remember always skipping it. Maybe I didn't skip it as often as I thought I did. But it's not like one of the greatest. I think the concept is really good. I think that the whole concept of like a demon accidentally getting loose on the internet is good. But I think that story would work better probably like now where there's more stuff that it could screw up, because they list off the things in here that, oh yeah, it could screw up like the missiles and it could screw up banking and all that stuff. But let's face it, even in the late 90s, not everybody was doing that stuff the way they are now. So I think that story would work really good if it got repurposed in something else. And then I completely forgot that this was the episode where we find out Jenny Calendar is a witch. So maybe if I watched it more often and didn't skip it during rewatches. But yeah, so Jenny Calendar's here, and I'm really excited because I love Jenny Calendar, and I really like the dynamic between the idea of a stuffy librarian and like a more of like a hip, younger, like kind of vibe, and having to work together. That doesn't keep up very much past this episode. It starts to develop into a romance pretty quickly, but like I stand by it. If somebody made a show with a Giles-like character and a Jenny Calendar-like character, and they were solving like supernatural mysteries or something, I would watch it nonstop. I would be there in a heartbeat. So somebody just make that show, because I watch a lot of Netflix, and frankly I'm running out of murders to look at and learn about. So yeah, that was Buffy season 1, episode 8, and we're actually almost done with this season because there are only 12 episodes. So like, depending on how hard I work, we might be starting season 2 next week. Alright, yeah, so that's it, and catch you on the flip side. Oh, like, comment, subscribe, check out my Ogre book. All that information is in the description. And then I will check out on the... No, never mind. I already said goodbye. You know what? I fucked this up. Let's just not talk about it anymore. I'm sorry.